the good business model. If you want to make the good business model, just search on Google Arvind Upadhyay international business model. You can copy like them, and you can, if that like that, you can understand there is a various business models we have added there, so you can learn by on the understanding behalf of them. So this video is sponsored by Arvind Upadhyay International. So make sure you check out. If you are individual, you can also have the access of the various development courses, training and development courses on the AUI. And if you are an organization, you can have a long-term partnership with the AUI. So that is going to be win-win situation for both of you. So for the AUI, for the you. So make sure you check out the Arvind Upadhyay International for the better understanding, for the understanding more about that. Now, in this video we're talking about the how to make the good business model and how the companies sustain the more I mean, as they for the longer period of time they work do their businesses on the behalf of the which model and what the models they have to follow and the strategy they need to follow. And if any company and any startup not having the good business model, you have seen that their profitability going to be reduced by very maximized way. So you have to make the good business model. And if you are a someone that thinking to increase the revenue, someone that thinking to increase the profitability, someone that trying to go beyond the limit and expand and want to scalable, then you should also understand the business model, because everything you have to do on behalf of business model. And business model in any organization is very important thing, because they have to work on behalf of that. They need to do this on the clearly. Now here I am teaching you the how you can understand that how to making the good business model. Now you have to first of all understand the value proposition. Now what is value proposition? So who is your customer, who is your audience, what will you are offering? So you have to understand the value proposition. So you, like a value proposition, the creating the value for them. Now many people say to me that is it okay to creating some product and services and offering something that is not the solving any problem? So the meaning is that you can do this, but you have to be for the long term and sustainability. Now being the sustainable for doing the on the being on the market for the longer period of the time, you have to need the strong and fundamental business model. Without that you cannot do anything. So you have to know that you need a bigger and bold and strong business model that keep working for the everybody coming to them and just working for them. Now you have to understand first of all value proposition. So value proposition is the most important things for any organization. Value proposition, and then you have to understand the value capturing the value proposition and value delivery. These three words are the one of the most important things to understanding the business model for any companies. Now value proposition, you have to deliver the value to the clients, you have to deliver to the value to them. Now here I have listed some of the points that you can do. First of all, identify your customer and clients and audience need. So what they actually want and what we actually delivering to them. Now sometimes many startups fail on the behalf of the market fit. So if they are offering and their product is not the fit with the market, they are not going to sustain with the organization. So you have to understand that you need to have the market fit, whatever you are servicing, whatever you are selling, and whatever the product you have to get the on the behalf and on the foundation of the market fit. So if you identify first of all what your customers need, okay, so their need, on behalf of them you make that product. Without their need you cannot make any product. So they what they need actually and what actually you are providing. So this is the same things you have to understand. Second point is understanding your offerings. And when you go somewhere you understand that there is offers and there is offering. So you have to know that what you are offering and how you are offering a particular and things doesn't matter. Number four, third, there is like understanding your problem. So define the problem. First of all, you go on the market and just see everywhere that what the problems everyone is facing, and is this really relate my product and my technology is really relating with the problems that they are facing to solve them. If your problem, if your solution is not relating with the problem, just do make any other problems, I mean just go and find out any other problem and try to solve that problem. Because if your problem is not really if your problem is not really the affecting the larger community of the people, you are not just going to grow. For example, you just understand there is a company called Cred, and Kunal is the founder of that company. Now the company is a payment service company. I mean they paying back on the some like a commission, some of the coupons and some of the benefit when you pay your credit through the credit. Okay, so meaning is that you have to, first of all you have to remember that whatever I am doing is they really solving a bigger problem. And most of the companies nowadays like BlackRock and other investment firms, they asking the bigger questions. So you have to know that is really relating the problems, and you have to define your problem first of all, then try to make the solution about that on the behalf, on the basis of creating the good business model. Now this is the really fascinating but the important for every companies to have the amazing business model, because if they are not having good foundation, they are not going to sustain. Now many startup I have seen, they first of all go for the raising fund, but if you have the maximum funding but you are not, product is not the good with the market fit, you cannot the meaning is that the most valuable investor is your customer. So you have to know that I am going to sell not the investor, I am not going to give the service to the investor, I am going to really deal with the customers what they actually need. You have to define their problems and then work on them, then solve their problems. So you have to work on them and then work for that. Now you also have to focus on the monetization, you have to focus on the revenue model. You know that without revenue how you're going to no, you cannot rely completely on the depth, you cannot rely completely on the investors money, because investors are temporary but your customer is permanent for you. You are just have to focus on the customers, not the investors, because investors are only going to give you money for the some period of the time. I mean if you are a startup and you raise 3 million 3 million, okay, and now it's your responsibility where you are going to put that money. I mean you are going to put that money on creating the new product, on scaling your business, or like going entering into new city and new town, like doing something that is the important for you to growth of the startup. Now why companies and startups raise fund? Mainly to growth for the startup. Now they really think to grow the startup, and that's a big reason why they raise the funding. So you have to focus from the day one on the profitability, because if your foundation for your business model is amazing and good, you have to know that okay, I just need to make the decision on the behalf of the good monetization profit, good way to creating the more revenue, and good way to making the more money. Now if you are getting the more revenue, trust me that you are just having the opportunity to creating the more income stream for you. Now three things you have to know, that your employees, your investors, and your customer, these three are the more investors for you, and you have to keep these three collaboration, and you have to keep these three happy, because you have to know that without these three you cannot go the beyond. So you have to make the business model that is so much suitable and that is so much a good fit for the investor. If investor is thinking that okay, this business model is amazing, they immediately to invest in your organization. So you have to know investor friendly business model. So you make on behalf of that I am making the business model on behalf of the investor friendly. So make the business model that investor friendly, so the investor is going to invest in your startup. on behalf of that, on basis of that. So make the easy way to they understand you, and they in easily trying to invest in you. So make sure you and in the last work you have to test your business model. So is it working, and how you're going to understand by the feedback, by the understanding by the asking reviews and feedback. So make sure initial product, when you create the MVP, when you create any product and service, you have to first of all try to understand on basis of their reviews, on basis of their feedback. So collect them, and if their feedback is bad, you are having now opportunity to improve them, to make them better. So work on them and make the good business model. I hope this will help you. If you want to more, you go to Arvind Upadhyay website. Arvind Upadhyay team help you to create the best business model. Our team is so much expert there, and we are doing this from the many years. So trust me, go there and just, you can also join my business success workshop that is available on Arvind Upadhyay website. Pay there and get your spot there. Thanks for watching this video. I hope this was helpful for you.